Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. With me today is Diana Ford, IT specialist here at Troy University, here to talk about an IT summit taking place here at Troy University. Thank you for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me.
And now we're talking about the IT summit. Tell us a little bit about, obviously, IT stands for information technology,
It does.
all that computer stuff that sometimes a lot of people know, sometimes it's a little bit mind-boggling for others, but a summit here on campus. Tell us a little about it.
Well, this is an event where staff and faculty can get together, they can collaborate with each other, meet each other, which I think doesn't happen all the time. There will be some informative sessions, some training sessions. Vendors of ours will be here displaying some of their technology and what they provide to the university, as well as, again, just walking through the sessions, learning about a few things maybe you didn't know, getting some quick training on some software, good things like that.
And you talk about these sessions as part of the summit. Tell me a little bit about like some of the sessions, some things that people may learn about throughout some of these sessions throughout the summit.
Okay. So we've got some training on Excel and Word. We've also got some informative sessions on security, best practices in IT, how to keep yourself secure in the world that we're in today. There will be some training sessions on the Vizix, which is the digital displays on campus.
Okay.
Just all kinds of sessions. The schedule is out there on the website. You can peruse the schedule and see what's
interesting to you and go from there. And you mentioned their security, and that's probably, I would think, is one of the most paramount issues in IT, and especially on a campus where there's lots of people using lots of computers, accessing a lot of information. So how important is it to get that security information into the minds of the people who are using the network around here?
It is very important to us. It's one of our top priorities, and security should be important to everybody. There are 3 to 4 sessions, I believe, at the summit that are just going to discuss security and different ways to, again, remain secure. And then we're also offering some options for some of the staff and faculty to do their SAN security training that is mandatory by the end of the month. So there'll be 2 sessions for them to attend, and they'll get credit for the training as though they had done it individually. But I think the security sessions are going to be quite interesting and very important.
And the security sessions, the training you mentioned there is something that happens normally online. It's an online interface, but the opportunity to do it in person there. But even though that training has happened online, there's probably a little bit of additional information they can learn by sitting in a room and hearing it face to face.
Right, and seeing what questions come up and what conversations arise from those questions, I think would also be helpful.
And as the moderator and as an IT professional, when you do these and people ask some of these questions, and sometimes you get some new questions or some new information for you, thinking, I never thought about that being an issue, and kind of maybe change the methodology and your intentions there?
You do. With all of the training that I've done with the staff and faculty so far, there have been some times where a question I receive in a class makes me go back to my office and rewrite that section of the presentation, something I just didn't think of.
Yeah. Oh, and you mentioned there earlier Word as a training session, and one would think that in today's computer literate world that Word wouldn't necessarily be something that someone would need training on. But obviously that's not the case.
Right, and this class is going to be tips and tricks, that's the title of it. So what we've done is we've taken our basic class and our intermediate class and kind of merged it together. So you may know some of the information, but hopefully you'll leave learning 1 or 2 new things.
And so the course here, and we talked about the summit, and it's over the course of 3 days, is that correct? So if someone were to go to this, is it all required? Like, how's the involvement with the summit? Do you have to go to everything? Can you pick and choose? So how does that work?
Not at all. You just register for the summit as a whole.
Okay.
You can, again, browse the schedule, see what piques your interest. We don't expect everyone to try to attend every session. So go to what interests you, what you think you may need to learn, what you may need to brush up on, but really just what you want to go and see.
And obviously, we are talking about there's some terrestrial training taking place here in Troy, but there are some opportunities for individuals to do it online, to be a part of this online.
Correct.
Right? So,
again, when you look at the website, some of the sessions are notated with a small camera icon, and that indicates that that will be available via WebEx once that session starts.
And so they'll have a chance to be able to take advantage of that once online if they cannot make it to Troy. So if anyone is interested in taking part in this, what do they need to do to register for it?
Well, we need everyone to register at itsummit.troy.edu. If you do want to just attend the WebEx sessions, that's fine. If you can't travel to Troy, that's fine, but you still do need to register as an online participant versus an on-site participant. So you just make sure you get registered.
And the summit itself will take place in Troy, and where will that take place here in Troy? So
most of the sessions take place at the new University Park IT Annex, and then some of the training sessions, which do require a separate registration, the Excel, the Word, things like that, will take place in the University Park IT Lab.
All right, so all kind of centrally located. So if you come, you don't have to worry about navigating around the campus to find different sites. So, well, it sounds like a good opportunity for faculty and staff to bone up a little bit on some of their IT skills, whether it be something as complicated as security or something as relatively simple as Word and some tips and tricks. But I want to thank you for joining us here and tell us a little bit about that today. So
thank you.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.